grooming session is? Just let me tell you. So here, the beautiful minds and souls will tell you their insight, their perspective, their knowledge, and at last you will feel well groomed from inside. I don't know about outside because it's winter and I don't know how many times even you are taking shower or not. So let's start with the first participant. Just let me check who is the first participant. Okay, there is no participant yet. So anyone want to participate? Just tell me here. Anyone? Vision, Kritika, Mahir, Dopamine. I hope everyone has seen the question in the chat sections. It's pinned.
Sorry for interrupting. May I know where should I participate you're talking about?
Sorry, come again.
Where should I participate you're talking about, like?
This is grooming session. If you participate and answer this question, those are given. You will be more knowledgeable about this.
I cannot see any kind of question.
Please check in the chat section. It's also pinned.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Kittu ma'am, can you please forward again that? Okay. Okay, can you check that now? So apart from Vision, who wants to participate? Those who want to participate, please register your name in the Yale website.
Okay, fine. I mean, since no one is willing to take part, so I will just try to speak on these three questions.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And please start.
Thank you. So first of all, good afternoon to everyone. This is Nikhil. So welcome to the grooming session. There are three questions which have been section. I'm going to answer them one by one. Aiswarya, can you please mute yourself? There is some background noise.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. So the first question is, have you noticed how sometimes we only see the negative side of things? Why do you think our mind picks negative stuff more? I think our mind is designed and engineered in such a manner that when it sees something on the extreme side of the verge, now extreme side can be from both the dimensions. Let's say you see a person who speaks so well in English. That is a positive side. So you will be flabbergasted by that person's skills of communication. You will be so intrigued after that. But at the same time, as the question is demanding to be answered, at the same time, if you look at a person who abuses on the VC, that too will capture your attention. But meanwhile, if you are listening to some people who are casually talking to each other, then you will not generally pay a lot of attention to them, because this is how your brain works. When your brain or your entire body when witnesses something which is out of the box, even if it is negative or positive, it will start processing something on that particular incident. That why is it happening? Why the person is behaving like that? How he is so exceptional as a speaker? Why this person is abusing? Why is there a lot of negativity in his character? Such kind of questions will be coming to your mind. And this is the only reason there is a saying that giving respect, taking respect, all these things are not extraordinary things of a human being, because human being is meant to do these things on general occasions. But when there is a person who behaves so negatively, so weirdly, he behaves so sarcastically, let's say, or if he behaves so precariously with his different weird texts, then only you will, you will try to pay more attention to him. That, okay, this is something which is very different, I have never seen. That is the only reason when you are sitting in a class and a backbencher tries to crack a joke on the teacher, which is extremely negative and disrespectful, still the entire class will laugh. But at the same time, if a topper asks a question, then generally people will not pay attention to it, because we are designed in that manner that if you have an entire sheet that is white, but if just there is a thin hair that drops onto it, then the entire white sheet, obviously it is noticeable to you, but you will notice only the thin hair. That is, there is a hair that has recently dropped on it. So I don't have a proper answer to it, but yeah, we are designed and engineered in such a manner that we pay attention to things which are out of the box, even if they are negative. Do you feel like talking to different types of people changes our perspective a bit? Happened to me recently. Yes, it happens. What is a human being, first of all? What is a human being? A human being is not just a living entity. A human being is also termed as a social being. And why is there a word social added to being? Because a human being is a byproduct of nurturing of society. So whatever you are knowing right now, even when I'm speaking at the moment, the words that I'm using, the fluency that I'm having, or the guidance that I'm carrying, everything is shaped by some people in my life. I might have learned these words from some people. I might have used this English somewhere else when a person was speaking. So everything that I carry in my life is not mine. It's something that I've got from the society. Maybe my parents, maybe someone else in my life whom I've met recently, or maybe quite a few days back, or maybe a few years back. So the question says that, does it change our perspective? Yes, it changes our perspective, because you meet a lot of people. There are 10 people, they have different thinking about our prime minister of the country. Some people say that he has done something very offensive for the country, and some people say that he has done something extraordinary. Some people are also greeting him as the god of the country, that he is the new incarnation of Lord Ram or Lord Hanuman. So there are different perspectives you will get to know. But now it depends on you that whether it is going to change your perspective or not. If you are very resilient like me, most probably I don't get affected by these kind of sayings of society. So if I'm going to meet a person, I will think logically and rationally. So from my point of view, this question is not very much applicable on my characteristics. But generally, when I look at people, yes, people are shaped by different perspectives when they meet a lot of people. And there is a case in my life too. I was once judging a debate, and at that point of time, there was a guy whose name was Rehan. He came to me, he talked to me, and he was a very good friend of mine. And he always used to ask me that, why don't you prepare for this? Why don't you prepare for this? Why are you giving your so much time to English learners and blah, blah. And I told him that I'm judging a debate. After that, he told me one thing, that you are judging a debate. That's very cool. But you skipped a meeting with me in which you were about to discuss for the future roadmap or UPSC preparation. So I just said, okay, fine, we can do it tomorrow. Then he said that you have to value your time. And the second thing, you have to value others' time too. And meanwhile, at the same time, what you were exactly judging? You were just judging a debate that happened on a platform like English Learners. You weren't judging, let's say, the High Court of Madras. You weren't judging Supreme Court of our country. You weren't sitting in the bench of the apex court. So you were just doing something very ordinary. So from there, my perspective little bit changed. So yeah, these kind of things happen in your life, and they do shape your identity, your individuality, your character of thinking, and they also provide you wisdom. Well, there are many countless experiences in my life, but everything cannot be covered as there is a time constraint now. So let me move with the third question. Do you also feel the first impression or first piece of information we hear affects how we see the whole issue? Okay. So this is a very great question, literally. I mean, I will give a very simple example, a very basic example. when I used to conduct my session, else, then for the very few days, some people used to feel ignorant of me. Why? Just because I'm most of the time serious and I don't like to crack jokes. I don't greet people like this. Oh my God, you are so nice. You blah blah. But that was just the first impression of mine on those people. But the moment they started joining my session for multiple days, when they were continuously joining it, when they became frequent joiners of my session, after that they got to know, okay, there are some productive things they get to learn in my session. So this is how your first impression, yes, it keeps some particular foundation to your identity for public. It keeps a foundation of your persona towards the society, that how you are being perceived to the society, but only for the very first time. But when the same society meets you properly, when it greets you, and when it tries to know you internally and externally, then obviously impressions are being changed over the period of time. Because I have seen many people who fought once when they met for the very first time, but after a few days when they live together, the same fight, the same gruel, the same quarrel or debacle turned into a loving entity. They formed a syndicate, they formed an institution of love. So, first impression or first piece of information, yes, it does affect sometimes, but not most of the time, or even if it has affected. So, it's your logical reasoning that how are you getting affected from it and how are you going to shape your futuristic actions onto the same thing. So, that was it from my side. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you so much, sir. And it's actually a love thing always to listen from you. And I can't say anything more from this. So, sir, if you will allow me, I want to say something here.
Yeah, please, please.
Okay, so, sir, just listen. Don't ban me. Okay, first I let me tell. Yale is not a good website. Here, it's not 24/7, but here from morning 6 to night 10 p.m. there are a lot of sessions that will keep you engaging, and you won't get time. You won't be able to give time in your real life. So this is one thing. Then I know that there are people who are not that much. Okay, I'm not getting the word of Buddhu. Sorry, sir.
No, no, don't say like this. I mean, it's fine. I think you wanted to say this thing that you should manage your time, and
No, sir.
obviously, like, is that the thing?
Okay, sir, tell me just what is the English word of Buddhu?
English word of Buddhu is dumb.
Okay, okay, sir. So it was just slipped from my mind. Okay, I know that there are people are not that much dumb. Then, so I'm going to tell the real things that EL is really a good website, a good platform where you can meet a lot of beautiful people, beautiful minds, where
Like you.
nothing will happen to you, only knowledge will increase. So there, I said something that EL is not good, and second I said EL is good. So, sir, this is a real life example. First piece of information, how it can bias your mind. Isn't that good? I just tried.
Yeah. Okay, this is what you wanted to say. Fine, fine. I was
Yes.
also confused that what exactly is she trying to say, but yeah, that's a real life example of yours. That your perspective towards CL changed after you became the part of it. Yeah.
So, thank you, sir. And so, anyone who wants to say their perspective like this, please register your name through Yale website. And I think now Vision is ready to say something about these questions. Is Vision here? Okay, Vision is not here. So who wants to participate next?
Yeah, same issue.
Uh, Hello, ma'am. I like to participate your session.
Mahir. Who
I
was
go to the
saying?
website, but it's not working like that. It's loading still. Long time I tried, but I don't know why it's happened.
Okay, okay, okay. You can start. I will write your name in the website. You can start.
Okay. The first question is that have you noticed how sometimes we only see the negative side of things? Why do you think your mind picks negative stuff more? So it was true. Like when we find any kind of negativity, we are highly focused on that, and we are thinking about that too. Even a lot of positive things surround us, and we can capture that thing too. But we connected so much in negative things, So it was happens with everyone. I also see that when I join some groups, sometimes if I see any negative informations, that's also influenced me a lot, and I forget all the positive things. So it's not good for us. So you should always ignore that type of thing. Some people are negative, where you are stay. So we should ignore that type of people uh, mm, don't notice them and just do our own work. But sometimes, whole the community is negative. They are supporting. If someone's do bad word or speak another language, they are allowed. So it's not good. I think it's also a negative side. So we should leave that type of environment because it's you become which type of persons you are surrounding, like five people. Like if you're surrounding five good people, you also become one of them. If you're surrounding with five bad people, then your behavior also be the same. So if you find any negative people, then you should cut off in your life. Then you can achieve your goals and target because their behavior also become part of your behavior. So you also talk or behave like them if you're surrounding by that type of negativity in your life. So we should avoid negative stuff. So don't give attention. So the second question is that do you feel talking to different types of people changes our perspective a bit? Happened to me recently. Yeah, obviously, if I talking with different people, I learn a lot of information. So obviously the persons will be good and knowledgeable. Then I can increase my knowledge, and it also motivated me to achieve my success. And I get a lot of information. So different people are good for us. If we surrounding positive people who are already good in their character, we can learn a lot of things, and it's also increase our knowledge. Then when we go another places like our job places, then it's also help us. We can copy their talking style or their habits and how they dress up themselves. So it is good for us. We can learn a lot of things if we talk with different type of people, and it also makes our perspective positive, and many good things happens with us if we talk with people, but the person should be good, not bad. The third question is that do you also feel the first impressions of face and information is that here? Yeah, obviously, you have already mentioned if the informations is positive, then it is good. First time, if someone say bad words about us, it's also highly effect. The whole conversation. Then people think you are a bad person. So obviously, it was true that like what you hear first time, the first informations, it's obviously effect. I mean, how you see the whole issue. So it is true. The question is true. So it's always affect us. So some, and it's important for businessmen if they are making any kind of business. So they should aware about that. If someone say bad words about their product, maybe people will not buy you. You know, so that type of cases it's so much necessary. Like if people comments. So we that should focus on that thing. Any kind of products if they are trying to selling. So it's also, so I have little bit information about this question. So that's all, ma'am. Thanks for your nice question.
Okay, thank you, Mahir. It was beautiful to listen you, and it was like you are not pushing hard yourself to say. You are just a fluent speaker. So the in the first question, as you said, there is so much negativity outside in the world. So that's why we usually pick negative stuff more. Yes, there are a lot of negative things, and the best thing is we are recognizing now. You, me, and the generation, our generation is recognizing. So we are hoping for beautiful and better future. So in the second question, you said yes, we should meet different people. It will change our perspective. And I like how you mentioned about we should not meet with bad people. Yes, we should we should learn to recognize who is bad for us and who is not bad, and whom we should have our relationship with. Thank you for that information. And in the third question, you said first impression is and or first piece of information affects. Yes, it's true. You agree to that. And thank you for your insights. So keep joining, keep learning, and keep participating. Now we will move to the second participant, Sandy. Sandy is not present here. So Kittu ma'am, now you are now next.
Thank you, Aiswarya. Very good afternoon. How are you, ma'am?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm doing good. And how are you, ma'am?
I'm also fine, Aiswarya. So I won't take much time. So I'll start with my first question. Very good afternoon, everyone. This is Kittu. So the question is, why does our minds pick negative stuff more? Uh, See, I have noticed this very clearly. I feel like, our mind is naturally trained to look for problems because it thinks it is protecting us, right? Like, for example, if 10 good things happen in a day, but one person criticizes, that single comment, often overshadows all the positives. I remember once after giving a small presentation in my office, many people appreciated me. Okay. But one person pointed out a small mistake. And that, stayed in my head for days. So this shows how negativity, sticks longer for but with time, I'm learning to shift focus. Now I remind myself of the compliments and the achievements, instead of replaying the negative moments. It's like training the mind to balance. Otherwise, it will always drag us towards the negative side. I'll move to the second question. Uh, what is that? Okay. Does talking to different types of people change perspective? Yes, definitely. I agree. This has happened to me recently when I talk to people from different backgrounds, from ages or mindsets. I realized that my way of thinking is not the only way. For instance, I spoke to a friend who treats every challenge as an opportunity, while I usually panic, in tough situation. Like observing her calmness made me rethink my own actions. So another example is like, when I interact with my Patila auntie over here, who has faced many hardship but still spoke with gratitude. That conversation taught me, patience, and uh, um, talking to such people slowly changes my perspective. It makes me open, more patient, and less judgmental. I feel conversations are powerful. Sometimes one honest exchange, can completely change how you look at life. So I'll move to the third question. Uh, okay. Does first impression affect how we see the whole issue? Yes, very, very, very much. The first thing we hear or see creates a picture in our mind, and often, after that, we start, judging everything through that picture. For an example, if we meet someone who seems quiet at first, we might assume they're unfriendly, right? We mostly think like that. Later, even if they show kindness, our mind resists, changing its opinion. I have experienced this myself. Once I read a news article that made me form a strong opinion. But when I later read the full article, the situation was completely different. So that's why now I try to pause, listen more, and not decide too quickly or come to the judgment. Yeah, that this is what is happening. So understanding comes when we give situation and people a second chance, instead of sticking to the first impression. Yeah, Aishwarya, that's all from my side. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, done.
Thank you so much, Gitu ma'am. It was beautiful to listen you. And yes, ma'am, it's the reality. Everyone's so much focused on the negative side. After how much you have done the good thing or not, they always point out that one negative thing, and they will say you have done it wrong. So yes, this is the fear of society. We always picks up the thing that this thing will gonna judge from others. That's why we all pick negative stuff more, I guess. And in the second question, as you said, we should meet every different kind of person and change our perspective with life. That's actually true. And ma'am, I have watched some YouTube videos, like they will tell you disappear for a month, isolate yourself. This is not a right way to connect life, I guess. And you have also mentioned those things. So people, please note it down who are going through other way. And in the third, you said his first impression is can change whole perspective. That's actually that's people are using that thing. They manipulate you by saying the first information wrong way. So thank you, ma'am, for your beautiful insights. Now we will going to move to our next participant, and Subham. Subham, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So you have the questions.
Yes, I have seen the questions, ma'am.
Okay. So you may proceed now.
Okay. Very good afternoon, everyone. This is Shubham, and I have three questions to talk about. Question one: have you noticed how sometimes we only see the negative side of things? Why do we? Why do you think our mind picks negative stuffs more? Okay. As the previous speaker was saying, that negative side is there within us, and sometimes it is good. It can protect us from the danger. It can help us to think properly. So we all have negative side in the world. Nobody is perfect, right? But to think about negative stuffs all the time is not good for our mental and physical well-being. Nobody can live happily if somebody always thinks negatively. So I have noticed one thing in people: if somebody always thinks negatively, first of all, they have lack of knowledge. They haven't read so many books. They don't interact with people. They don't know the world. That's why they think that they only have the problems. Nobody has. That's why somebody think that I am the most unluckiest person in the world, because he doesn't know in the world so many people are also unlucky like him. And this type of people who always think negatively, they are living in their comfort zone. They are scared to come out of their comfort zone. If you always stay in your comfort zone, and if you always blame yourself that you don't have money, you don't have good health, you are not good at studies, you are not good at speaking English, that means you are a coward. That means that you don't want to take challenges in your life. That means that you want to stay like this. Somebody who is courageous, somebody who is a passion that I'll do something in my life. These people will never ever blame themselves all the time. They accept the reality. Okay, I don't have money. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I cannot speak English properly. It's okay. It's okay. I don't have health. It's okay. But what I can be after 5 years, 6 years, that depends on you. If you have that passion, okay, I'll change my life after 5 years, then you will not see the black side all the time. If you see that 99 doors are closed for you, one door is open for you. Of course, one door is open for you, and through that one door, the light is coming. But you cannot see one door. That is your problem. You are only seeing the 99 doors which are closed for you because you haven't reached that one door through which the light is coming. So that means that you haven't taken action in your life. You are afraid to take action. You blame yourself. You blame God. You blame your luck. So somebody who takes action rather than only speaking will eventually become successful in his or her life. That is what I believe. Moving to the second question, do you feel talking to different types of people changes your perspective a bit? Happened to me recently. Of course, of course. Back then, I used to think that I am the right person all the time. My opinion is always correct. But the moment I listened to other people, I changed my perspective. I started thinking differently. I started thinking that my opinion was not accurate. My thinking was not accurate. So listening to other people open up the door to think differently. And when you think differently, you can take good decision in your life. You can come out from the stereotype. Sometimes we think that girls are inferior to boys. Girls cannot do heavy work. Girls are not good at other activities just like boys. But to be honest, when I meet other girls and listen to them, I think the girls are also very powerful. They can defeat boys. They can do miracles in their life. They can be far better than boys in many activities. So I had the stereotype back then. I had, but I have broken my stereotype when I talk to many girls in my life. To be honest, talking to different people is the opportunity to know many things, to enhance our knowledge. And we know knowledge is very powerful. Knowledge is backbone that can help us that can help us to take good decisions in life. That's why we need to interact with more and more people who are knowledgeable, who are wise. Somebody once said, if you want to be knowledgeable, talk to knowledgeable people. Talk to some people who are more knowledgeable than you. Talk to someone who is more wiser than you. Then you will be wiser slowly and gradually. Talk to more people. Talk. Otherwise, you will stick to your own opinion. Otherwise, you will think that you are the correct person. Your opinion is always correct. Okay, now I would like to move to the third question. Do you also feel the first impression or first piece of information we hear affects how we see the whole issue? Of course. The moment we start our conversation with someone, we always see the first impression. If first impression goes well, we continue the conversation. We trust the people. We believe the person. And when we believe the person, the conversation goes deeper and deeper. And from that deeper conversation, we can learn many things. We can talk about so many personal things. If somebody is behaving very differently, somebody doesn't have proper attitude, proper behavior, will I share my personal stuff with the person? Will I be interested in talking to the person? No. If I see the person good, if I see that the person has the same interest like me, I will be interested in talking to the person. Maybe I will share some of my personal stuff, such as where I live, what I do, what study I'm doing, what's my future goal. These stuffs I'll share with the person if the person is good. If the person is not good in my opinion, I'll try to stay away from the person. And first impression is necessary because we are living in this contemporary world. We don't have much time to judge people. I don't have much time to think how the person is. I cannot spend 7 days or 1 month or 1 hour with somebody to judge the person. No, I don't have much time. I'm busy. So I need to take decision promptly, in prompt, based on the person's attitude, behavior. So first impression is really necessary. But if you really want to know somebody properly, if you really want to trust somebody, okay, so don't only depend on first impression. Know the person properly. Know how he behaves. Know how his attitudes. Because sometimes first impression can be wrong, right? First impression could be wrong. Someone who is wearing torn shirts, torn pants, and you are thinking the person is illiterate, the person is uneducated. But that person can turn out to be an educated person. The person can turn out to be an police officer, right? So don't judge a book by its cover only. Yes, I understand in this contemporary world we don't have time. That's why we react people based on first impression. But if you want to know more about the person, then first impression might not work. You need to know more about the person. You need to spend time with the person. Then only you can take good decision. That's all from my side. Thank you so much everyone for listening to me.
Wow, Subham. It was really good. As a participant, I have participated with you and I have seen you from a long time, and it was really good to know how you are improving so much. You have mastered in poses actually. You know how to pose, where to pose. Your every lines were really impactable, easy to understand, and it's like he's really saying right things. I should be listening him more and more. It was really good, Subham. And in the first question, as you say, yes, negativity affects mental health. So we all should avoid negativity anyhow. And and in the second question, you mentioned about opening up doors and thinking out of the box, coming out of stereotypes. Thank you all for your insights. And thank you, Subham, for, despite of being a boy, how you encouraged the girls, how you said girls can do other things. And as a girl, I think I should be doing, I should not disappoint you, the people like you who are believing in us really now. And yes, that's why we really need to talk more to more people, knowledgeable people like you, like others. And in the third question, First impression gives you trust. Yes, actually first impression gives you trust to the person, should we share our personal things or not. But in the last, you also mentioned about how just by judging first impression it can be wrong sometimes. Your both insights are really good. Thank you, Subham. I'm really impressed by you, how you are improving so much. So thank you. Keep joining, keep learning, and keep participating more and more.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your beautiful and informative feedback. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we will move to the next participant, dopamine.
Hello, ma'am.
Dopamine, yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, dopamine. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm also doing good, as you can see. So I know you got the questions.
Yeah,
Okay,
here
so you may
I
proceed
can I
now.
can see three questions.
Yes.
I will go with the first question. Have you noticed how sometimes we only see the negative side of the things? Why do you think our mind picks negative stuff more? Okay. In this, as as earlier Shubham mentioned that, and Kitu ma'am also mentioned that the whole society is full of negative thoughts and negativity. But in that negative world, we should have focus on positive things. That that is very important for us, because negative things will definitely affect our physical and mental health. And
Dopamine, you are not audible actually. Are you speaking? Hello?
hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible now.
Yeah. So we focus the so
Dopamine,
lots of
start answering from the first. From the beginning. Please start answering from the beginning.
okay.
Yes.
As I have already read the question, so I will start answering question. So in this society, we only focus on lo- most of the time we only focus on negative things and negative stuffs. But we should focus on positive things, because uh, positive things will shape our minds, will improve your personality, and negative things will affect your physical and mental health. So we should only focus on positive thoughts, because negativity is difficult to reduce, but positivity is easy to accept. So we should accept positive things and positive thoughts. And why do you think our minds picks negative stuff more? Okay. When I think that when we have fear of fear of doing something, or we have stress, in that time we only focus on negative things and negative stuffs. So I'm moving towards second question. Do you feel talking to different type of people changes your perspective a bit? And happened to me recently. Okay. Yes, I feel that talking to different types of people will definitely shape our mind and shape our thoughts, because sometimes we have glass of prejudice on our eyes. So if you talk different types of people whose perspective are different, so it will be helpful to clarify our thoughts, our perspectives towards some things that will be helpful for you. I will I move towards third question. Do you also feel the first impression or first piece of information we hear affects how we see the whole issue? Yeah, definitely. First impression is important, because when we expose our first time we expose first time to something that that we have get idea of about that thing or that person that how it how he is and whether we will communicate with him or her or we can live we can have good conversation with him or her in further time or periods. So definitely the first impression is important, but sometimes the first impression cannot be the last impression because we judge people on the first impression because uh, there is a thought that we should never judge a book on its cover. So we should have focus on we should know more about the people. So don't judge a book by its cover. That's all. Thank you, ma'am. I am done with this.
Thank you, Dopamine. Beautiful answers. And is that your first time joining the grooming session?
No, ma'am. I have joined, but not regular basis.
Yes. I think you were a little bit of nervous.
Yeah, ma'am. I was little bit nervous before joining the session.
Yes. And in my first days, I was more nervous than you. So you were in a better stage. So don't worry about that. So yes, because of your nervousness, there is a little bit of less in your tone, in energy, and those are the things that can be corrected over time with confidence. And confidence only come when you will practice more and more. That all thing we all know, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So yes, it's a friendly session. Please keep joining regularly. Then I know you will also tell like the Subham was telling. And so
Yeah.
now about the feedback. Yes, we should focus on positive side. Negative side really affect our physical and mental health. And yeah, it is actually true. It is really difficult to reduce the negativity. And I have seen somewhere that it was written in the research that negativity is contagious. If you are going to meet some negative people, they will put negativity in your mind. So we all should avoid negative people too in this way. And in the second question, it was really short, I guess, or I couldn't gather the information I should have told you. And in the third question, first impression is really important. And in the other way, we should not judge a book by its cover. In the first impression, we always, sometimes we got nervous and we really don't be able to show our true self. So yes, we should all give time to the other person, and we are the generation who are able to know these things. We are literated with emotion, so we will do definitely in future. And thank you, Dopamine. It was beautiful to listen from your side.
Thank you, ma'am, for your beautiful feedback.
Yes.
I will
Yes.
try. I will try my best to
Yes,
improve.
yes. Just keep joining regularly. I'm also doing that. From joining regularly, I can hosting. Yes, I'm not that much good in hosting, but I'm improving. I think so. Everyone can do just by practicing.
It
So
happens with me that whenever I speak with myself, I have lots of words and I have more lots of things to speak. But when I'm trying to express in the VC, I'm totally blank.
yes, yes, that happens to everyone. I have scripted that during introduction I should have told that, and I have forgot more of the things. And with practice, and whenever with practice you will get comfortable with each other. You will get comfortable, and then after some time you will not forget.
Okay, ma'am.
Just
I will. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, dopamine. So keep joining, keep learning, keep growing. So now I will move to the next participant. It's Yati. Yati, are you there?
Yes, Aiswarya, I'm here.
Yes.
How are you?
I am doing good and I am feeling much and much better after different perspective from you all guys, and I am really excited to listen you. So are you ready with your answers?
Yes, I can start.
Okay, please start.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Yati, and I'm going to share my perspective about these three questions. So, for the first one, have you noticed how sometimes we only see negative sides of things? And why do you think our mind picks negative stuffs more? Uh, so first, yes, I have noticed so many times that we only see the negative side of things, and the reason behind it, what I believe, that when we see the negative one, like if I have decided that I should do this work, then I will see first the negative side of it. My mind will see the negative side and tell me, no, you should not do this because of this. This can be happen. This will be. What if it will not go in that way? Then it can be worsen. So our mind always tell us that, oh, try to save us, and it is not about that it is trying to saving us in any better way, like you are going to achieve some bigger dream and you have to make efforts, but it's basic nature, what I feel, to save you. That if I'm sitting here and I want to drink water, and then my mind will say, okay, no, after a few moment you will take water. You are not that much thirsty right now. You can sit for a while. And if you see other person, other family member, if they are going or to that way in kitchen or in that area, then you can ask them, okay, you can wait. So this is the this is what I think, that mind always see, or not always see negative side of things most of the time, because uh, it wants to make easy everything for the body. So if it doesn't have the right reasoning behind that negativeness, if if as we are addicted to so many things, of junk food and others, then we we go for that. But if you deeply rooted that reasoning, no, this is not good. Everyone says that the soft drinks are not good for your health, and uh, then we are not going to stop. But if you have that everything, facts and research and everything, or you watch any videos, not one, two, three, and multiple videos from very reliable sources, the next time you will go for the same product to eat or consume, then your mind will give you that reasoning as well. So it will see negatives if you are if it you do not have that knowledge feed in your mind, that why it is uh, only see the negative. The positive side to avoid this thing is this. So you can do that effortlessly. So main reason behind that, it mind wants to make it effortlessly for us. And so move to the next question. So do you feel talking to different types of people changes your perspective a bit? Okay, happened to me recently. Yeah, so yes, absolutely, it changes our perspective, uh, not a bit, but uh, a lot for me, because I have noticed this thing when I have uh, joined a app. It was an app where so many people discuss about different topics. So earlier I never talked to that much, those many peoples. But at that time, I talked like most of the time, like 4 to 5 hours on that app that I'm talking, and different topics they are coming with. And then I got to know so many new things, and which perspectives I was having earlier, it totally changed. And the most recent one that I have talked to one girl who's uh, now become very bold. If we see as per village villagers view point of view. So and she I was talking to her that how could you do this, that some type of clothes are not allowed in the village, and she's wearing and dancing, and so many people saying so many things about her, and other part of the village they are saying other. So she was saying, okay, I have many different opinions to spread about myself. Some people, group of people, I will say these things about me, and other these things. So I was wondering that how she can do this, and it is very like how is she handling that people are trolling her, or uh, when she will left, and the people of one village only, they will be confused about their sayings, because one corner will talk about one thing, and the other uh, will talk about the different thing. So 3 4 types of perspective he has set in that particular area. So it was, yes. So mm, like how we take people lightly, uh, so it is also depend on us. And so I have recently uh, understood this thing as well. And move to the third one. Do you also feel the first impression or first piece of information we hear affects how we see the whole issue? So it can be partially true for me, because yes, if we see the first impression or a piece of information, so we can make a perspective. Like if we are going to market, and you can see a mother or child. The mother is very like frustrated or something. She is scolding or handling very bad his her own child. So we can say what type of ladies now we can see nowadays, they if they cannot handle their kids, why they like uh, take them into life. So why did they like did that step. So but we do not know what is the behind. Next time we will see that lady again, then we can only see about the same thing only, because we do not know. So the whole issue uh, will be affected only if we are not updated about that particular person, or the information I we have got about any particular issue, if we are not updated. So if the first information or first impression we are having, and we are not know beyond that, then we have that only uh, a piece of knowledge. And uh, because we do not have whole knowledge, then we cannot decide, or we cannot be correct uh, as a whole about any person or about any issue. So this is what I want to say. Yes. Thank you for listening to me, and these were are very nice questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yati. So, yes, it was also beautiful to listen you. And you were like really chilling and keep saying, narrating a story. You were really a chill mode, right? And it was good. And so there were a little sound that's common in the process of learning English, as we sometimes lack the vocabs. This is our not a native language, so this happens, and it will go with practice. You also know that, right? You
Yes,
were saying.
actually, it is also happening with me more because I am having sore throat and it is like too much right now. And yes, because by the time I'm answering, I am just, it is not I have thought before. I was just thinking that moment, okay, this is also the thing I can mention. So I have to think that's why our sound was become that
Then
much. Yeah.
that's really good that you were thinking and keep saying. That was really good. And so you are really scientific, like non, like others are different, and your perspective are different. You are really more scientific. You said we always go to think like what will happen, what if it will not go in the right way. Yes, it's basic human nature to save us, but we should not lie down there. It's will create moment of inertia. We have to break the inertia, right? So yes, we all need to research facts. With knowledge we can defeat the negativity. That was really good insight from you. In the second question, you really narrated a story beautifully about your friend. You said how she is now bold after meeting a lot of people. Yes, after meeting a lot of people, we will learn that not every person is right or wrong. So we really we really don't need to take every person that he must be telling right. We should do this in this way, the way he is saying. So yes, keep experimenting, keep learning, and keep doing things in your way. In the third question, you said partially true. Yes, this can be sometimes true, this can be sometimes wrong too. Many events are situational, as you mentioned also. So, yes, we all people need to be patient enough to learn about things, what is happening in the background, and according to that, we all should react. And this generation is patient with each other, and we will hoping for the better future. So thank you, Yati. It was beautiful to listen you from your perspective. Keep joining regularly, keep learning, and keep enhancing yourself.
Yeah, thank you,
And
Aiswarya, for your such a nice appreciation, valuable feedback. I will surely work on my like fillers. Uh, yeah, thank you so
that,
much.
that also happens to me, and it will go away with practice. Nothing needed more. Okay, so we are going to move to our next participant, Sonia Singla.
Yeah, I'm here.
Good afternoon,
Uh,
ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. And what about you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm really enjoying this session, and I'm really excited to listen from you too. So I know you know the questions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, ma'am. You can proceed now.
Okay, thank you. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sonia Singla, and today I'm going to answer these questions. Beautiful questions. They are really very interested. Have you noticed how sometimes we only see the negative side of things? Why do you think our mind picks negative stuff on more? Mm, the answer to this question is that according to me, people mostly these days are very much interested in negative talks, negative things. They really find the fun in these type of things, and say so they are very much interested in talking about the negativity of some person. First reason is that there as negative stuff is very much interested for the people, and they find very fun in talking about the negativity of the other persons. Second thing is that negative things are more attention gaining, as due to this reason sometimes media also spice up the news, and they after spicing up the news, uh, they show the news in the way that people like to watch their channels more attentively. And the third reason behind this is that I take my own example. Then whenever I am suffering some from problem, then my one mind says that the positivity or the means solution of that problem, and the other mind says about the negativity of that problem, means and how can it be possible, it is not possible at all. Then my own mind only accept the negative side of that thing, that it cannot happen with me. In this way, these are the natural things that due to this reason people are more interested in negative stuff only. Second question, do you feel talking to different types of people changes your perspective a bit? Happened to me recently. Yes, definitely. When we talk to different people, they have different perspectives for the same thing. If I take the example, then when the matter is same, when I talk to different people about it, then sometimes when I talk to one person, the his decisions are so much. Uh, I can say that his or her decisions are so much. Criticizing that I really become very upset. But when I talk to the about the same matter to the other person, he's after talking with him or her, I really feel very relaxed. So I think it is very much important than whom you are going to talk about a thing. It really matters. Third question, do you also feel the first impression or first piece of information we hear affects how we see the whole issue? Definitely, it is very much important that when we meet to the any person first time, we should properly dress up, and we should try to talk um, in a very conservative way to the other person, as when we are going to meet the first time, as first impression plays a very important role in our life. As once our first impression becomes that lives forever in our minds. uh, but it is not important that after meeting with the first time with any person, you and permanently you make about that person that he or she spoke with me in this way. Maybe at that time he or she would be upset with some matter, so he could not behave with you properly. It sometimes happens, but overall first impression is very important. That's it from my side. Thanks for listening to me.
Thank you, ma'am, for your beautiful insights. It was really nice. And, ma'am, there is actually a sound from your side too. So, this will happen to everyone and it will go with practice, as we all know. And, ma'am, I will suggest think in sentence, not in words. So, we always gather the words. So, you should think in sentence. Ma'am, you are getting what I am trying to say.
Not, please, can you explain more?
Actually, if you're going to think the whole scenario in your mind, it will be more easy to say you that in the sentence. If you are
Yeah, yeah. Now I got your point. Okay, okay. Yes.
yes,
You're
yes, ma'am. So yes, as you say in the first question, negative talks. No. Media also use this to spice up things. Yes, there are a lot of people who are, I think, free all the time. That's why Big Boss is really in trending nowadays, as we all know. So yes, media also using this tactic to spice up thing and keep us engaging. And how can we get defeat this negative thing? By recognizing. And yes, a lot of people are recognizing, they are isolating from negative things and engaging themselves in good things. That's a good thing now. And it's really the right point when we come to in our own situation, we say, it is not going to happen with me, I can't do that. But if our friend will tell that I am suffering from this, we say, do it, you can do it. It's really got difficult when we have to do it by our own, and we really have to break that thing from our mindset, and we have to keep doing things by ourselves. That's right, ma'am, you really gave a beautiful insight. And in the last question, sorry ma'am, I didn't get much more information from second. Actually, I was thinking about you should think in sentence. I got disturbed in that point to mention. In the last question you mentioned, first impression is really important, and yes, that's why we should put effort. But there is also different perspective. You mentioned that too. That's why we need a balance. We should put effort, but also we should not judge people in the first time. So thank you, ma'am. Your insights are really beautiful. Keep joining regularly, keep learning, and keep enhancing. It was really beautiful to listen to you.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Your feedback is really very important for me. I will work on it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so Sandy, am I pronouncing your name right?
Yeah,
It's Sandy.
right. Yeah, Sandy.
So yes, as you are right now here, I think you should participate.
Yeah, I will. But I will pick only one question and speak on that.
Okay, that's also enough. We really want to listen from you.
Thank you. Okay, so have you noticed how sometimes we only see the negative side of things? And why do you think our mind picks negative stuff more? Okay, I I notice it's not like only one time. We always notice actually. Uh, I want to share one experience over here. Let's suppose if I want to get job. Okay, there is a job, and the job is something where I have like there would be a two thinking before choosing that. I will be having firstly their pros and then cause is like negative thinking would be there. Like if I'm doing that job, what will be the and how I will get there will be many things in my mind. But I think it's not something that we like for me. It's my own thinking about this that there is nothing negative because whenever we are choosing something or we are trying to achieve or we are doing something, there will be a question in our mind before doing that or before achieving that. We always get questions like, do that thing is suits on me or not, or that should be there because it's not something that we can say it's kind of negative things. It's something that you wanted to know. Is it actually good for you or not? So I think in job, even when we try to choose a job at starting, we think about that. Do I means like if I will do that, what kind of benefits I will get, and what others people are doing, what kind of earning they are getting. So we are questioning our mind. Sometimes, if you think that it is a negative, then it is, but it's like how we think about that. Sometimes it's not negative at all. It's something that we question to that thing to know better in ourselves so that we will be not having any doubt. So to clear our mind, that is how we question ourselves, and that's the reason why we come to know, like, yeah, that is good or bad. So for me, negative thinking is nothing. Thinking is thinking, like, that should be a thinking, like you should be a questionable person on anything. So thinking is thinking we should have, and that's how, like, we are that's how we know something better, and that's how, like, we work on that, and we even achieve or something. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. So, your perspectives was different from others. You said there is nothing like negativity, and I am really thinking about this. Yes, there is nothing like negativity actually. That's our brain system. We reason in our brain. We put things in probability system. Is it the outcome will be good or not? That everyone should think like that. And if there is negative outcome, we should not go to that point, and if there is positive outcome, we should go to that point. That's real basic reasoning everyone should do. And if there is more negative outcome, we actually got disappointed, and we think there is so much more negativity. So I think we should not get affected by negative outcomes. What we are saying actually negativity, and the people like you, the people like you who are thinking in this way are really crazy, really good, and we should be inspired by you. So thank you, Sandy, for your insights. It was really beautiful to listen to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much. And
Thank you, thank you. So yes, we are conducting grooming session, and anyone who wants to participate in this question and give your insight, please register your name in the Yale website. And from here, anyone want to participate, please tell me now. Aisel ma'am, Swagatika, Bantu, Shibham, Gurbani ma'am, anyone?
please, Dinesh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Dinesh, please. Uh,
Dinesh Singh.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, Sandy. Yeah, I will speak. Just let me plug in the earphones. Sandy. Sorry for time. Actually, I'm plugging my earphones. Yeah. Okay. Have you noticed how something? Okay. Yeah. So, very first question I'm going with. Yeah, I have noticed it a lot of times happening with me and in the others' life as well. We are basically more dragged towards negativity because the mechanism on which the brain works is fear, mostly because when we see there is a threat, we become more alert. Similarly, it happens with brain as well. So whatever happens in brain, it happens in two parts of it, subconsciously and consciously, subconscious mind and conscious mind, because brain is also composed of a part which reflects emotions. So wherever it sees there is a threat, it reacts accordingly. It becomes a limited entity for the time being. For example, if we have to go to the stage, suddenly there are some thoughts creeping in the mind. What if my speech doesn't go good? Will people be appreciating, or will I be feeling more embarrassed there? So, this insecurity in the mind basically kills creativity. And this it itself is negativity that our mind is responsible for. So basically, it's just the defense mechanism of our mind. It wants to protect itself. And when it comes to mind, it is not only protecting its being, that it should be in the body, but for its integrity, respect, We get admiration from people. People feel comfortable around us. People should acknowledge our presence. They should appreciate everything matters to the highest level, to the highest limit. That's why mind basically follows negativity more, and that simply is the quality of a good mind. Because a fool, a person who hardly thinks about life or any other situations of life, never become cautious, never feel that what if he does wrong and he gets embarrassed. So is also the person who never make deliberate attempts to be fair in life. So whoever is shy or embarrassed, whoever has the negative mind itself shows, validates that the person's mind is working fair enough. So it's very important. And yes, with the time, we should also learn that negativity should be subsided. It is the defense mechanism of mind, but it is in the head, but it should not go to our head. That means we should have the control of negativity immediately by thinking some thing in the positive direction. We can change the flow of negative thoughts in the mind. And that's where our real intelligence, wisdom comes in and takes over the control of real happenings, and we get to see good results in life.
Okay, sir. It was really good. It was like I was listening to a speech. Sir, would you like to speak about other two questions?
Yeah, thank you. Do you feel talking to different types of people changes perspective, or it happened to me recently? Yes, I do feel talking to different types of people change our perspective a bit. So recently, I was talking to a person. She happens to be one of my friends. I asked her a question. What kind of partner are you looking for? She immediately pondered over the question and said, I really want to have a partner who resembles to my father. And I was quick enough to ask something, having a smirk on my face. Okay, what if you don't get it? So she said, there is no day that I'm not going to get the desirable partner I'm looking for. The second question from my side was, would you want him to completely stand on your expectations that he should closely resemble to your father in all the aspects? She said, yes. My third question was, what if you come late someday and he starts being overprotective and start asking you some questions that why are you so late? So will you ever say, don't be my father? She took some time before answering. She said, yes, why would I not say that? He is not my father after all. So this is the whole thing. Duality lies in the mind of thinking. She got the message, by the way. Duality lies in thinking. We want people to be of a kind, but when they become with the time of the same kind, we start looking for different things to be fit into their life. And that's where we go wrong. Similarly, it happens with boys as well. They want utmost attention, they want utmost care, warmth, love from their partner. They want their mother to be replaced with their life partner. But when there is a day she becomes over positive or she becomes a bit more caring, then it feels to him like she is coming in his way of freedom. And that's what his mother has been doing all his life, but because he was his mother, it was fine for him. So basically, duality lies in thinking. This is what I came across, and thinking upon it, I started changing my perspective on life a bit. So yeah, this was the recent development in my turning a different being.
Yes, sir. There is one more question. It was really nice to listening you. Would you like to answer that question too?
Or do you also feel the first impression? Full issue. Yes, of course, like the first impression, you know what, like we people are very judgmental. When we see the person for the very first time, the very first thing that we judge could be different for different people, but we all have to accept one thing. There is always something which dictates our being with the other being. So there will always be something. Maybe some people are very judgmental over the dressing sense. Character could not be assassinated immediately. You cannot have any mark of character. How does he, like he or she, behave with you? You cannot have that vision, but like you can see how tall he is, how good and charming looking he's, like something like that. So people definitely go with the very first impression, but as the time moves ahead, people do have so many other things to make a trace of information, to make a trace of judgment about the people. So their judgments keep changing. But as they say, first impression is the last impression. I don't agree with it. The impression which really matters to you, which defines your personality and which fulfills your requirement. If you're looking for a partner who should be tall, no matter however good he, she is, but he cannot attract you, she cannot attract you. It takes time for you to find the good compensation in his or her short height. Fine, if she is very short, he is very short with his height, but she or he is very knowledgeable. We do have good vibes. So I feel yes, like the very first information that we get to make of a person stays with us for a larger time, for a longer time, but it gets subsided when we truly understand that it is not my requirement. And with life, our requirements change, so our impressions will also change.
Thank you, sir, for your beautiful insights. And I'm really feeling inferior to give any feedback. I don't think I am a right person to give feedback to you. It was really nice, more than nice. And I was noting down the point I should remember from you, the duality thing. Yes, we should not believe everything. There is a other side of coin, and we should see the other side of coin too. And all these things will come with experience. We really have to give time to our life. We we all really have to give effort to our life to learn, live, and live beautifully. So thank you, sir, for your beautiful answers.
Yeah, thank you, Aiswarya. Thank you for the beautiful questions. I read all of them. The questions were really good. And thank you, Sandy. You as well. Like maybe I would have not spoken today. Was not feeling great, but yeah, thank you. Thank you, Aishwarya, for this session.
Sir, and we are feeling great, but listening from you.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, so anyone want to participate in this grooming session? King of Hell, Ruman Khan.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Do you want to participate?
I am fresher. Just hello, Aiswarya.
Yes, yes. Do you want to participate?
No,
Okay,
I
okay.
know. I know this season you participate. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so there is a lot of time have spent already in grooming session. So we are going to wrap up soon. And anyone who want to participate? Okay.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I would like to participate, but I don't know what to say or what we are like, discussing.
Okay.
Who is ringing the bell? Yeah, is there any ice cream, man? Hello, guys.
speaking of hair, you
Yeah, I was
want
asking, like, I don't know.
okay. So yes, the grooming session is now over, and in the last, we all are going with feel. We are going to end this session with a lot of knowledge gathering from others. Thank you all for being a part of this session. So this session has ended.
Instead, I'm gonna participate. What I was asking, like, what we gonna do, like, what I need to do.
There is question in the chat section. It's pinned. Please see the question. Look at those question, and if you want to answer any of this question, answer.
Oh, let me see. I'm sorry.
Hello, Aiswarya.
Yes.
Ma'am, I want to one question. I am fresher, just English learning.
Yes.
So, some hint for me.
Okay. Let
Yes.
me tell you this question. What are the questions? Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, why do you think our mind takes negative stuff more? Do you want to answer this question? What are your opinions about this?
I about just speaking cannot understand.
Okay. Yes, it
Yeah.
happens. We are all non-native English speaker. So please keep participating regularly in this grooming session from now on. But now it's really time over. Please participate exactly in 3 p.m. tomorrow in the grooming session. First from this, just listen, and after that, keep participating as a speaker. Okay? So I am
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
3 p.m.
Thank you, Roman. And I know you will going to be better in future as you were trying to. I'm looking forward to listen from you from the next session. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Just my homework next day. I want to speak you homework. You give me homework. Just I can speak tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, Surya ma'am.
Hello,
Hello, Surya.
Aishwarya.
Ma'am.
Are you done with your session?
Yes, ma'am, I'm done with my session.
Okay, shall I
Roman,
stop the recording?
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Roman,
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
tomorrow at 3 p.m., please join